And we're live. Howdy, folks. This ugly face. You haven't seen this ugly face in a while.
True.
How's that?
Do you look at the chat? Take a look and see who's here.
Well, who's here? Let's see. Let me get up to the beginning. Here. Let's see. Obviously, you're here. And, well, Miss Samifar is here. Good evening, young lady. How are you? I hope everybody enjoyed that little preview clip just played. It's a little taste from my past. We'll talk about that a little later. Trying to learn all the new features of Restream here. So thank you for being here. Appreciate you showing up. And of course, is Mr. Henny Resnick. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here as always. Hey, mine ain't working, so I'm still trying to get this stuff to work. I mean, I was late because I couldn't get my speaker. He couldn't hear me. I couldn't. So
it was a cluster, but that's why we're doing this test.
Yeah, we're probably going to do a bunch of tests for do a live, real show with, with agenda and questions and things like that. But I mean, we're here. You want to talk? We want to talk, of course. But we're also going to try to, well, at least for me, is play around with Restream here and see if I learn the functions, make sure everything works, and then so I'll probably do a couple of these sound checks before we do like an official show. Because I got to get the camera. This is a relatively new camera. I got to get that lined up, and it's just. So anyway, let's continue on. Here, who is this? We have Mark Lewis. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being here. And then Lady Squirrel is in the house. Evening, Mrs. Coin Crew. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Who else? And of course, there she is. Hey, pretty lady. How are you? Long time no see. See this ugly mug. So yeah, trying to make a way back onto the air. See what kind of trouble we can start and everything. And appreciate my brother in arms here, Mr. X, we're getting the band back together, folks. So let me just kind of put that little teaser out there. The band's getting back together, so it's going to be happening in stages here. And who else? Okay, I think we got everybody. So hey, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. It's been a while. Why? I don't know where to start.
Your show, buddy. You just go. Yeah. I'm backing you up.
Yeah. Well, many as you know, Mr. X and I, we kind of took a break from, content creating and stuff. We just needed to kind of, gather ourselves, chill, kind of figure out what we want to do and things. And unfortunately, things in life happened. And you look short. It's probably because of my chair and this camera. So it's like, you see how I'm kind of, so it's like, plus I got a new chair. The box is in the hallway. So I got to put, that's on the agenda for tomorrow's. This is going away. So I got a new chair to build.
Plus, I gotta get the grease gun out. Mine's squeaking.
Well, mine's squeaking, but you can see how it's tilted. So it's seen better days. Some unfortunate things happen with the family, and Dad passed away. So the last year or so has been pretty tough. And Mr. X, he's there for me, and so everything's okay. It's a process, right? It's a process. Things, just gotta, when you need, don't never be afraid to reach out to people you trust and ask for help. But that is not, in my opinion, that's not a sign of weakness, whether it's a sign of maturity, because you can't do it all by yourself. So, yeah. And then, what happened to me last about 3 weeks ago? I got laid off. Sort of, kind of,
maybe.
See, so it was the Memorial Day weekend. So I get a little call from my boss. And he said, yeah, the contract you're on, yeah, we got to shave about a third of the workforce off of it. I was like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll talk more on Monday or on Tuesday. And Tuesday comes rolling around. Oh, yeah, I need you to come in on Thursday so you can talk with the program manager on the program you're going to. So technically, I was unemployed for 3 days.
So were you able to file for unemployment?
No. No.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's
So thankfully, I'm still with the same company. So that hasn't changed. So thank God for that. Thank God for that. So I'm off of that program, and I've completely moved to I'm like in a different division of the Army on the base. I literally went from this side of the base to that side of the base. Literally. And I like it a lot. And if you want a preview, I'll give you a little hint of what I am doing. It's going to be about 20 seconds. Plus, it'll give me a chance to make sure I know how to use all the features here where we can post little video clips and stuff. So here's a little taste of what I work on.
just a little ditty.
That's a little ditty. How do I do it? How'd that go over?
Yeah, that's cool.
The thing is, I still haven't figured out in Restream, if I'm going from, saying playing that video clip, how does it smoothly transition back to this screen or something? I don't know. I guess still got to play because I was manually clicking it when that clip was done. I had to click on this screen to come back.
I don't know. I haven't gone that far as to play with stuff as far as transitions and stuff because I'm not using OBS with my new setup.
This is OBS. This is all Restream. I'm not. I ain't gonna even go back to OBS for a while. I'm gonna try to just see if I can do it inside here. See if there's a way I could set up multiple cameras. Like if I put a camera over here in the desk, like if I want to show a coin or something, have that on there. I'm sure there's a way. Just got to get in here and we just got to use this stuff. I mean, this thing could do it all. I mean, that's kind of why I subscribed to this service.
Yeah, it does have the transitions and you can fade and all that kind of stuff like OBS, but I haven't played with it enough. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to switch my cameras, and I'm not seeing that option. So we're learning here, people.
Oh, I think we had somebody new join us here today. This is JetMech 999. I hate the term rationalize the workforce. Hey, you telling me, brother? You telling me?
Yeah, that's never good for the person that's being told to.
No, but look, I've been working in the defense industry my entire career, and it doesn't surprise me. It happens. That's something you accept with this type of work. You accept the fact, at any given time, funding draws up, so you just accept it, and if you don't like it, then get out of the industry and go somewhere else. So where was I going with saying all that? And do I like that one? I need to move my camera. I'm too down, but I don't think I could do it. Whatever.
There.
Let's go back to that one. I like that better.
I think I'm too low.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, people that the company I work for, actually, the executive, what's her name? The executive business developer. What does she do? She's a senior recruiter and also business development. So she wears like two hats. And she actually knows me from 2 previous jobs back. She got me hired for that job. And because of that connection then is how I got to the company I'm with right now. And, I guess I did a good job and everything because she knew about these cuts sooner than anybody in the division was notified. So they were already working on what we're going to do and figure out how we're going to move people and all that stuff. But apparently she took, she knew it was coming, and she apparently pulled my resume, me specifically, pulled me out of the stack and said, and told my manager, I got a place for Mr. Boulay to go. And that's how I wound up with that crazy flying whirlybird you just saw a few minutes ago. So the lady is looking out for me. So I told Mr. X here, said, yeah, she's married, but if she needs a simp, she has one.
Well, that's
I'm kidding about that.
That is a good lesson to play nice with HR.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can do it. But wait, where's that? Okay, here it is.
I think I already fixed mine. Yeah, I fixed mine.
Oh, still got to learn how to use all this stuff. Anyway, so where was I going with all this? So I work on before it was just general military aviation for the Army, but now I specifically work on that platform. And for those who don't know, that is the CH-47 Chinook. It's the Army's heavy lift cargo.
Chinook or Chinook, like a fish?
Chinook. It's Chinook, right? It's not Chinook. It's Chinook. CHI, Chinook, and then Nook. So I believe it's 2 syllables, not one.
Chinook.
Chinook, yeah. However the Indian tribe pronounces it, that's how you're supposed to pronounce it, because it's named after the Chinook tribe.
Hey, look who's we got.
What's that? Oh, is that our friend from Marion, North Carolina, the home of really good Carolina-style barbecue? That's good stuff.
Now, it's vinegar-based over there, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I prefer.
Me too. Don't get me wrong, Bama folks make good barbecue, but they like the more of the,
well, Alabama uses that goofy white sauce, don't they?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm not either. But I'll eat, if it's good barbecue, I'll eat any type of sauce or dry rub. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah. But no, I was saying that they kind of like that heavy, like barbecue, like I wanted to say Memphis, but I don't know if Memphis actually does a wet rub or a sauce. Like a
Memphis is a dry rub, isn't it?
Yeah. Kansas City, are they the ones who use the thick sauce? But anyway,
that's the other type of. It's not the vinegar. It's the.
Yeah. Well, they use like a ketchup or barbecue, like you go to the grocery store kind of barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It's, which is fine. If it's made right, sure.
But I like the Kansas City cut. Isn't it called Kansas City cut, where they square it up?
Yeah. Well, when they chop it up and you get the little burnt ends, with the bark.
Oh yeah, burnt ends.
It's not good for you, but it's good. Yeah.
Holy cow, Jack! That is great news.
What is it?
You see it, Don?
What? Right here? I have 2 more days of work until. Whoa! Outstanding. Good for you, sir. Make sure you take all the Social Security while you still can.
Congratulations.
That's awesome, brother.
That is great.
That's way to go, man. Way to go. Way to go.
Now, I know what he can do is he can travel around North Carolina, try different barbecue places, those good ones that are in the side of the road that's got a picnic table.
Oh, yeah.
And do some reviews. There's some content for you, Jack. That would be a huge hit.
Oh, huge, giant. Yeah. Yeah, and just doing shorts,
Yeah.
Not to do any long form, whatever. Just put your phone up, put a little stand on it. And say, hey, look, I got this, look what I found. It's a Kansas City rub here in South Carolina. People eat that up. I mean,
those channels do huge numbers.
Yeah, they do, and it's easy
and fun, right?
Yeah. YouTube's going to pay you so that people can watch you eat.
I could do that. I could do a barbecue channel.
Yeah, I could do barbecue. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I was like, I probably should not have done precious metals and stuff. I just should have done dog.
Well,
You know,
Marty, chief of security is chief of security, right?
He's taking his nap because he had a busy day at daycare. He went to doggy daycare today. He's been a good dog. He's been a good doggy. So he got
that's an excellent point, Mr. Resnick. Rating system based on napkins.
Oh, the napkin scale. Okay. So we got to figure that out. So how many? What's the pound weight of a stack of napkins? You got to figure that out, right? If you go 68-pound weight, it's
I think that's too complicated. I think it's a 1 napkin, 2 napkin, 3 napkin thing.
Oh, okay.
Mrs. Clinker. Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom. So yeah, that's good. Hey man, that's really great. 2 days from retirement. That's so cool. That's so cool. So what's the first thing you're going to do? Sleep in. I know that sounds weird, but I would. That's the first thing I do. I just sleep in. just because you can.
Yeah, but after working your entire life like that, it takes a while to reset your body.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you I'm sure Jack's probably the kind of guy. He's probably just used. He gets up, whatever that routine is. Gets up 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever it is. Get up, get situated, have his coffee, and then start the day. He's going to be like that the rest of his life. He's going to get up that same time, and you know what? You're better to just stick with that.
Your body will adjust as you need it.
Yeah, you'll adjust though. Yeah. Just stay with your normal routine. So it's going to be great. His hardest decision is going to be, what am I having for lunch?
As my father-in-law used to say, he has 5 Saturdays and a Sunday now.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome, man. Well done. Well done. So, I don't know, what else do I need to play with right now? I'll tell you the truth. We the other streams, I can learn playing stuff and configure or whatever. I just want maybe just sit here and just connect with people for a little bit. I think it'd be a good thing to do.
Did you set one of these up?
No, because the OBS and it took me forever just to even log into here to get Restream to even recognize these,
Yep. And my Stream Deck works funky. It won't let me upload my own sound files anymore. I've got to get it through the Stream Deck catalog. And it's very limited unless you want to pay for it. So I got to do some more testing, but at least I got a few sounds. You're on mute. You're on mute, Don. Go. Maybe it's me. Can everybody hear him, or is it me? Testing. It's showing on my monitor. Let me check my settings. No, I didn't change anything. Or nothing changed on me. Okay, so Andy says he can hear me, but not you, John. Yeah, Coin Crew confirms. Thanks, Jack. All right, so it appears that he's logged out. There he is. No, still can't hear you. Did you check your audio setting within Restream, the little gear? Make sure it's reading the right mic and everything? Do-do-do-do-do. That's correct, Andy. That's why we're doing this.
How about now?
Yep.
Now?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. I can hear you. We'll see what the chat says. I'm guessing if I can hear you, then they can hear you.
Wait, no. Oh, there you go. I like that. That's a nice little feature.
Yeah, that works out good, especially for like what Mrs. Coin Crew does with the auctions.
Yeah.
That way you can, if you're actually doing the auction, then you can see it right there. That's.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that is a nice feature that they added.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, everybody can hear me now. Okay. Sir, can I? Okay, so I can. So it's going to show whatever is being chat, continuously, and then if I want to highlight something, I can go here and just highlight it. It'll show up.
Yep.
And highlight it, and no. Okay, cool. I like that.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice.
Depending on what you're doing for the feature, yeah, that works out good, especially when you've got multiple channels. That way everybody can see everybody that's chatting, because there's people in your chat that's probably chatting that we can't see, and there's people and vice versa.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody on my side. That's okay.
No. Nope.
Yeah, whatever. Look, first show for me was just just start doing them, and everyone will come.
Yeah,
no worries.
Yeah,
no worries.
Take time.
Yeah.
I mean, I pop on stuff here and there, and Gunny and I have done a couple of things. And
what else does this thing do?
Also with Restream, I don't have the feature on yours, but if you look at on the side, it should have both of our videos up. If you look at like your box, you should see there should be something that looks like a double arrow and then some dots and all that. If you click on the double arrow or the arrow, it'll blow you up big for the whole screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. You got to highlight inside. Okay, I got to do it inside Restream here. Okay.
It's just much easier, and they actually made that change. Gunny and I sent them a request because you had to do a bunch of funky stuff.
Oh, like this?
Yeah. But before you had to go into a setting and you had to do a bunch of stuff, and so I had sent them I sent a live chat and says, why can't you just put a button or some type of expander, one click thing on whoever you want to highlight?
Yeah, I like
that. They said, well, we'll look at it. And like a week later, they had implemented it. It was like, sweet.
And here it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one that requested that, and it was probably already in the works, but.
Oh, hey, y'all like that little background image I have here? I don't know if there's a way to.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah. Well, they may not be able to see it because our pictures are in the way. I don't know if there's a way to unhighlight us. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Go up to the.
Oh, that's not it. Customize?
No, I can't do it, but you should be able to hide us. There should be a little slide bar underneath our name or something, and you just click that, and it takes me off screen. And do the same thing with you.
Okay. Whatever. We don't need to learn. We don't need. Well, I got plenty of time to learn all the little ins and out. Just want to at least get do the basic just to be functional and stuff. Yep. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I found this is the. Oh, I guess what I was leading into is the timing of when I moved to this new new to me. When I moved to this program, it just coincided with the 250th birthday of the United States Army. So it's just, things started kind of aligning. It's just like, hey, what's going on? Is it coincidental? Who knows? But it was a big, hitting 250 years for the Army. That was a big deal. Big deal. And that's just neat. It's just neat. And it's good people I work with. I work with, military folks, the civil service and other fellow contractors from all the different manufacturers and support personnel. And it's definitely a big team. And it's all about, supporting the guys and gals who fly those birds, and the crews that fly with them and support the aircraft and all that stuff. So it's all about them. And I like that. So it's it makes it's kind of like a little kind of coming home kind of feeling, because I don't know, all the work I've been doing just seems like I've been kind of standoffish and stuff, but here I feel like I'm actually part of actually like touchy feel. I know that sounds bad, but it's like I can get my hands dirty. That's what I really should say,
Yep.
and I like that. And the guy who is my battle buddy, he is 20 plus years retired U.S. Army pilot. He flew those for his time in the Army. So what a great person to learn about that bird from. A guy who actually flew it for 20 plus years,
Yep.
So I'm really grateful to be teamed up with him. He's a really good guy too. Kind of salt of the earth. He'll give you the shirt off his back if you need it. Kind of guy. So he's really awesome, and he picks fun at me too. So I'm his engineer and he's my pilot. So we kind of we're like the new odd couple. So if he started to make a joke at me, I said, yes, Sky Pilot. Like that's my nickname for him, Sky Pilot.
Sky Pilot? Sky,
like sky. So
yeah, I got it.
So now here's the funny thing. Army aviators, they do not have call signs. They don't do call signs. That's a Marine, Air Force, Navy pilot thing. So no Maverick, no Goose, no Iceman, no Hollywood, none of that stuff. Nope. Now, they'll probably have like code names or call signs for the mission, but it's only for the mission. It's not the Maverick thing. So
so if Lieutenant Colonel Jessup is flying the aircraft, they call him Lieutenant Colonel Jessup.
No. They'll have a call sign designated for the mission. So he'll be referred to by that call sign, but it's going to be assigned, by per the mission.
But how do the different pilots talk to each other?
Like Choctaw 2, Choctaw 3.
Yeah. That's boring.
Yeah.
Of course, not everybody can be a Maverick and a Goose. So.
No. So I put my foot in my mouth and I talked our business development person who helped me, who got me into this job. So backstory: our company is a corporate sponsor of the American Heart Association, and it's a big deal for the company. Anyway, so every year we our company sponsors people to walk it and all that stuff, and we raise some pretty good money for it. Anyway, I got the idea. I told Wendy, I shouldn't say her name, but I got this crazy idea. Since Army pilots don't have call signs, and our company has a lot of retired Army pilots, I was thinking as a fundraiser, we would gather up everybody from the company, get all the retired pilots in the company there, and even like people, who aren't in the company that wants to participate. And we're going to have a call sign naming party. So everybody will come in. We'll have it like at one of the big microbrews in Huntsville, and people will vote on what call sign to give each of the retired pilots. So it's going to be like it's like a dollar vote or something like that. I haven't figured all that out yet. But whoever whoever gets whatever gets the most votes, that's going to be their call sign until next year's fundraiser. I thought it'd be fun. It would just do it in the same style and fashion as the Navy and Air Force pilots do when they do their call sign parties and stuff. So I got to go look that stuff up. And of course, and all the money raised goes to the American Heart Association. And she actually thought it was a great idea. And guess who's going to be like one of the MCs for it.
You.
Yeah.
Your idea.
Yeah. Well, I already got the call sign for my battle buddy. Yeah, I already have it. I will drop 1 ounce of gold. That will be his call sign. It will happen. So you'll have to find out next when do we have it? March or April. Yeah. So stay tuned. March, you'll find out what my battle buddy's call sign will be. It's a good one.
We got to wait to 9 months. Is what you're saying?
Something like that. Yeah. So
after the Super Bowl next year.
Pretty much. Well, part of those naming or part of the call sign naming is, I think it generally occurs when a pilot's completing his flight school, and I think it's the advanced school where they're actually learning the plane they're going to be assigned to, and that's kind of through that school is when they, all the instructors and all the other student pilots, they all get together and they figure out what this pilot's call sign is going to be. And 9 times out of 10, it's some choice word, derogatory kind of thing.
So normally, isn't that just assigned to something that you've done, and it's like
if you do something stupid or you have a funny story, something happens to you, it's usually that's where your call sign comes from. It's not so the chances you're gonna get something cool like Maverick or Hollywood or Iceman, forget it. I heard a story of a chief warrant officer. He was actually detached and worked with a Air Force squadron, and of course, him being an Army pilot, he didn't have a call sign, so they had to give him a call sign. Well, they found out he was born and raised in Kansas, so his call sign became Dorothy.
Makes sense.
See how that works, folks?
Better than Toto. Well, maybe not. I guess depending on your perspective.
It's the new Army. Although it is changing. But that's a discussion for another channel at another time.
That's
Rooster, there you go. Wait. Who? What? Rotor? What? I thought
rooted rotor.
Rotor. There you go. I like that. See, I was thinking, what would be my call sign? I'd want it to be slide rule, the old calculating device. But
it's like nickname. You can't pick your own. You gotta.
You can't. You just it destroys the moment. It's got to be a little derogatory.
Well, normally it is, yeah.
So stay tuned. I got to work with the corporate office and start making those plans, because when I talked to her about it, she's like, "Oh, what a great idea!" And she's going to go and talk to, our board of directors, the VP of the company, the president of the company. They're all in the same building. And since we're 100% employee owned, we all own shares of the company. And if you want to talk to the CEO, you could literally just walk down the hall, knock on the door. Sir, hey, you got a minute? They the saying, they have an open door policy. No, they really do. The door is always open. You just walk in there and knock on. Hey, you got a minute? And those guys are really cool.
That's an interesting dynamic. So it's a contractor. There is a chain of command, but it's employee owned. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. So technically, your chain of command, who could be a general or whatever, technically works for you, even though you report to him. You said employee owned. That means you're the owner of the company.
Yeah, the contracting company. Yeah, right. But when I'm on base, I'm working for, I report to the Army.
Yeah.
You know how contracting works.
Yeah.
It just, I guess when I'm talking about the CEO, I'm talking about us, the company that I'm in.
You, the company, and you're part of that company.
Yeah. But you know what? It's all good as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. It's a good place to work. And people, the company is, oh boy, how long? It's like been almost 15 years. The company's always been in the top 10 places to work in Huntsville. Mm-hmm. So, something to be said about that. So, oh, and by the way, if anybody out there knows of a retired CH-47 pilot that's looking for work, have them email me. And I'm actually being quite serious. We're looking to hire some retired pilots. So, but putting the word out there. And
yeah, I don't qualify.
Yeah, we're hiring. Well, yeah, we need people. Oh boy. So, anyway, I was going to ask you a numismatic news and information question.
Where's there we go. That's what I was trying to find.
How'd you do that?
Well, you can do it by hand gestures, or you can do it by icons if you've got the right type of computer.
Oh, that's your Mac. Okay.
Yeah. Or if you're shooting your video with your iPhone, then it would do it.
So, back on the whole Army theme. So, tell me, what is your opinion about the U.S. Army Privy ASC that dropped a couple weeks ago?
I mean, it's cool. The miniatures seem low enough, and it looks like there's going to be some room for some flippers. But I don't know. I mean, I don't have a negative or positive for it. I mean, it's a cool coin, and obviously the vets are going to eat that up, I think, for all the branches.
Yeah, because the Navy Marine Corps, I think they're also doing Navy Marine Corps later this year, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're also
this year or next year.
I think this year.
Okay.
Because they're all turning 250, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and there will be nothing for the Air Force, obviously, because the Air Force has only been around for what, 80 years or 78 years or whatever it is.
And how long Space Force been around?
Shit, you can't even get the damn medal that they were supposed to do 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it's been.
Yeah, the 2.5 and 1 ounce medal series. Yeah, I thought they were going to do the Space Force. Thought that was in the works. I mean, could have sworn they had an approved image for it. But I don't know. I've been out.
My understanding from what I've seen or heard is that they don't. That's the problem that's holding it up. It hasn't been gone through the committees yet to even make the coin or to make it. Metal. Sorry.
Okay. I thought they had it. Okay. My bad. Because the subscription thing for them, mine still shows active. So, does it mean it is going to eventually, is this going to happen or not? Or I don't know.
Don't know. From what I've seen, not so much. Or, well, we don't know. I mean, like I said, it hasn't even gone to the different committees that have to forward it onto the Treasury to pick it. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right. Now, how can I get back to... Oh, okay.
Then I give the Mint credit for stepping out of the box with the Superman and the DC Comics series.
Yeah, but you see what the price is and the miniatures?
No. Oh, I'm not getting them. I'm just just at least acknowledge that they're stepping out of the box, and I think that's kind of a good first step for them to kind of diversify what they do, because they need to appeal to a younger audience. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about ASC and the $50 and quarters and everything they make. It's fine, but that audience isn't gonna. It sounds macabre, they're not going to be around much longer. So they need to grow the, they need to grow the audience. So, but could they do it better? Sure, of course. This is all kind of quarterback 20 hindsight, whatever, quarterbacking, blah blah blah. But at least they're trying. Give them, you got to give them credit for at least trying.
I give them a half a credit. Hold on, how about I bring this up? Yes, I understand where they're trying to go with that. But here's the pros. Everything you said, right? They're trying something new. They're doing collabs with DC and who else? Who knows who else they're working with?
Right.
Here's the downside. The 1 ounce silver Superman metal. The price, $135.
Are you kidding me?
Remember, it's not a full ounce. Or I mean, it's 1 ounce, right? So it's $135. Want to take a guess on the minage limit? None.
Oh.
None.
It's unlimited? Oh, God.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Now, why were the New Zealand and the Royal or the Brits coins so successful? Limited minages to get me and you, the everyday or the typical collector, excited about it. But with no minage limit on the 1 ounce silver metal and $135. Now, a big portion of that, I think, is going towards
back to DC.
DC
Comics.
Yeah. Correct. So I get why that's going to be expensive. I knew that was going to be expensive, but
yeah.
Now here's what everybody was clamoring for: the 2.5 ounce silver metal, $275, which really isn't crazy, right? Because they had America the Beautiful, when they did the other quarters.
Yeah.
That was what, $200 for 2 ounces. But they got a minage limit of 25,000. It's too many, in my opinion. New Zealand, what did New Zealand do with their 3 ounces or whatever, the big ones that they did? Wasn't it like 500 or something?
Maybe 1,000 at the most.
Maybe 1,000?
Maybe 1,000.
Which is why that stuff still sells for a premium.
Yeah, and that's still in in the OGP, not graded or anything like that.
Right, and the 1 ounce, that they had,
like $200 on it.
Yeah, the smaller one, the 1 or 2 ounce, whatever it is, they only made 5,000 or something like that.
Yeah, if that much, and
3 to 5,000, depending on which one it was. But
right, yeah.
So that in my opinion, that creates the demand for other, the regular collectors.
Yeah.
At that price point, boy, there better be a boatload of DC people, because the coin collectors, I don't think are going to get it. Flippers might, but I don't know how they're going to make any money on either one of them. The minages are just too high. That's my opinion, and I've been wrong more than I've been right, I think, sometimes.
No, I would agree, because you're using New Zealand Mint, which everybody those that know me I pretty much have a direct line to them.
Right. Yeah, they're on speed dial.
Yeah,
right?
They know me personally. It's like that Yahoo in Alabama again. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. You're right, because they limit their mintages, and it dry, especially the 3 ounce and 5 ounce, the much larger, like Star Wars, the bigger stuff in Star Wars. Yeah, the more the metal, the smaller the mintage.
Yep,
for sure. And it works. It works for them. It works for them. Even today, even with spot price where it is, you can go on there. You go to the now it's called Argos. Argos.
Yeah, Argo or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that is. If it's they had to like diversify it from the New Zealand Mint, because it's a government, and I don't know why they had to do that, but they did. It's probably a marketing thing. But anyway, it's still New Zealand Mint, and you go on there, and yeah, they still have stuff that's listed. But if you go in there, you'll see that the numbers over time, even with today's prices, it's still, the window for which it's still available just keeps shrinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. It's, yeah, that makes sense. The men's shooting.
Now we
collectors in
have
the foot.
Yeah. Now we, excuse me, we've got the gold. Mintage is a little bit more reasonable. It's only 10,000. And it's a half an ounce of 24 karat, and that price won't be released until right before drop because of spot. Because they got their pricing chart for that. But what do you think that's going to cost? $2,000 minimum for a half ounce?
Probably more.
With their markup and what they got to kick back to DC?
Yeah, for licensing with DC Comics, it's probably a $2,700 coin.
Yeah. Well, that might be a reach, but could be. I still think the mintage is too high. I think if they would have scaled that back to like 2,500, I might have been in on that one.
On the gold.
Yeah. But
where are those being minted at? By the way,
West Point, I believe. West Point.
They're all West Point. Okay.
Let me check because I got it up. Yep, minted at West Point.
Okay.
And I believe the gold is a proof. Mm-hmm. I think the Superman they've got, or the silver. Come on. That's being minted at Philly, so that must be uncirculated.
Okay.
And I'm speaking, I really don't know, but I do not have the pulse on the mints anymore.
No.
Although there are others like Stacker and stuff that's got,
yeah,
he's been hitting that stuff pretty hard. So
yeah, he's been dropping a lot of videos.
Well, I mean but that's something that he digs into, and he's got
yeah, that's
his sources and different things. So he's the one that knows that stuff.
Yep. Well, I just thought it's fun bringing it up with because about my job, Army and everything, and then the Army,
anniversary,
and then the U.S. Army Privy. I just thought kind of neat to tie it all together.
Well, I think the other thing, especially with what we know where we're at today, at least with the Army, it's supposed to be 100,000 mintage limit, and between the bulk and the nut, it's like what, 80 grand is all they've made.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I think I sent you Stacker and Gunny. I found that video on YouTube about somebody was like filming the Army Privy being minted at West Point.
Yeah. I did see that, but and he's got a good question. I don't know if they've released. I haven't looked. He's talking about the gold Sequoian dollar that's coming out this year. I think that may be the one that will cause some havoc. Did you know that they were doing that, Don?
I didn't even know they were doing an Army Privy. That's kind of what brought me back, because I was just randomly, just bringing up, see what's going on, and Stacker's video dropped. I was like, him and then another guy, Polybuck, our person that I follow, and they both did videos on the Army Privy. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Because I knew it was 250. I knew the birthday was coming. And I saw that. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. So I was like, I need to get that.
The 25th anniversary Sacagawea 2025 golden dollar, 24 karat, 1/2 ounce gold proof coin. Looks like it's dropping on July 31st at noon. But that's all it says. It doesn't have a mintage limit. Obviously, there won't be a price until right before. But also being made in West Point. So But depending on the mintage, that could be another one that I might look at. But if they're going to make 50,000 of them, I'm not touching it. That's just me.
What's their
Hey, Bad Gateway. Mintage for the gold Superman was 2,500. Most people find the coin sold out. Oh yeah, yeah. That's just exactly what we were talking about. Even with it, for the 2.5 ounce, the 1 ounce, I didn't think they were going to go that low, but it would be sweet if they did. But then we'd be back into the V75 gold eagle situation.
Yeah.
Not ever being able to check out.
Yeah. I was actually on when Stacker did his live stream on the drop. I was in his chat, and actually, all of us, you, me, Gunny, we're all on.
For which one?
The Army Privy.
I was on the road.
Yeah.
I had left a couple of messages, right. But I was on the road visiting family out of state.
Okay.
But I was able to secure one for somebody who I know is very partial to the Army that wanted one. So
do some push-ups. No, yeah, I was on there going, oh God, I can't get in there, get in there. Oh, it's like,
well, I took a screenshot.
Yeah.
More than one day waiting or something like that.
Yeah, right. I was like, what the hell? It's like more than one day waiting, and then like it refreshes, and it's like, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
That was hilarious.
Less than 30
more
seconds.
than one day. I took a screenshot because I was on my phone. I'm using, not even on Wi-Fi, trying to snag one of those things.
Yeah, and I think Gunny was going through the same thing. It was like, 2 days, and then 1 day, 18 hours. Like, what the hell? One thing I did is I went in and turned off my VPN, thinking that might hamper,
well,
create some interference or something. I don't know, but no.
Well, and until those things ship, nobody really knows who's getting what.
Well, exactly, right? They don't ship until supposedly the end of the month, was it?
July 29th or something like that.
Excuse me. Yes, July. So it's like, and apparently I think Stacker Triple S was, he's been making videos about reporting on, West Point's having minting issues, or there's supply issues, or something logistically related. That's
for that particular coin. Yeah. I had seen it was actually on a live stream with Coin Crew and Mid American Coins, and they had made mention that they had heard that there was some type of manufacturing holdup with that cold. They were having some issues.
Oh, okay. So we shall see. We shall all wait with bated breath. But did they charge my credit card?
Not till it ships.
Yeah, not till it ships.
And I don't like this pre-sale crap. If they can't ship it until July, then release it in July.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, don't put in all this unnecessary anxiety and crap. Just sell. Yeah, sell it when it's ready.
Either that or open it up to subscription and sell it out that way. And leave 10% or whatever for the drop, or like they do with subscription pieces.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But this pre-sale crap, it drives me crazy. But I'm also old and I yell at clouds, so.
I believe you're the one who told me and like Gunny and Stacker that according to eBay policy, you're not allowed to sell pre-sale stuff or list pre-sale items.
My understanding that is correct, but apparently it's not something they crack down on, because not only do you and I do that, but even the big dealers do it, selling pre-sale, Proof 70 coins.
Well, I mean, I've bought pre-sale, FDI, first day of issue graded MS70 or PF70 coins.
Oh, I've done it.
So I've done it.
Yeah. There's a dealer that when I was buying that stuff, there was a great dealer that was reasonable and never had a problem. You know, I always got what I ordered. But I think you use the same dealer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in a state that makes really good barbecue.
Yes. And they have a great golf course. In fact, the name of the business may even be the name of the golf course.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No, it is. It's the same. But
oh, is it? Oh,
we're not being sponsored, so I'm not dropping names.
Yeah.
For all of the 4 people that's watching me,
right,
and how many's watching you, and we are appreciative of who is watching us. I'm serious. We're making more fun of us than anybody else, not the people that's watching.
Yeah, I'm grateful for people that are here just tonight. Wherever,
and we appreciate it because
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're sound checking and we're trying stuff out, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man, it's all good.
Bearing with us and watching us fumble through and.
Yeah, we get back into our regular schedule. People, oh, hey, they're back on the air. So, it just takes time to get the word out and stuff. It's all good. It's all good.
Absolutely, Andy. He yells at the weather, trees sometimes too, if they deserve it. Yeah.
Oh, I guess he must be in your chat because I don't see him in the overlay.
Yeah. Well, it just says paired. So I'm assuming it would be mine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, kill that. Yeah. So it's all good.
Yep.
I was going to ask you something else, but you know what? Maybe we'll say that for tomorrow. I don't know. So for those that are here, the plan is, if I didn't state it, earlier at the beginning, the plan is I'm going to start bring back the Sunday evening show, 7 p.m. every Sunday evening for about an hour. If it runs over, great. If it doesn't, it's okay. Just at least a good, honest hour, and we'll have a little bit of variety of content in there. Try to come in with some illicit topics we want to talk about, and if anyone out there, if you have something you'd like for us to cover, please email me or Mr. X, and we'll bring it up for discussion and try to bring other people in and around the community. You guys know who Gunny is, and son of a silver stacker here in today's Newsmatic news and information.
Yeah, so, he might even make an appearance.
Yeah, he might make an appearance too. So yes, folks, we are getting the band back together. So the question is, is he Diamond Dave and I'm Sammy Hagar, or what?
Oh, I don't know about that. Diamond Dave had issues, but there was also what launched that band. So I like them both, actually. I can listen to either era.
Yeah, I think I am too. But I think I'm more partial to Sammy, only because of My Can't Drive 55. I just love that song. I don't know why.
Yeah, but he sang that. He didn't do that song with Van Halen.
No, that was before. That was before.
Oh yeah, way before. Yeah.
But once he became part of Van Halen, it just became part of their set.
True.
When they went on tour, they always play a bunch of Sammy songs, and that's the one. That's of all of them. That's the one they definitely play. Oh.
Andy.
What? Inside joke. I don't see him.
It says you guys are barely the Archies. Be humble.
Andy, your age is showing.
That's a good one, though. That was a good comment.
It's good. That is the Andy Resnick I expect.
That's right.
I would not expect anything else. Is less. That's Andy. And by the way, Andy, let me get real close. You're coming on stream one day. I will get you up on here. You don't have to show your face, but I want you up here. We want to hear the voice that is Andy Resnick.
Well, that would be sweet if he did that, but
yeah, I want him up here. Like I said, you don't show your face. I understand, privacy, it's cool. I understand. But We want to hear the man. We want to hear the man, the myth, the legend. That is Anthony Resnick, the guy that can speak 2 million.
We'll see. We'll see.
Including Klingon and Romulan and yeah. So, yeah, I'm still trying to learn all this stuff. Yeah. And okay, well, hey, this is a good first run, and thank you, Mr. X, for being here, and I appreciate everyone who's joined us. And this is just so it's going to be a whole bunch of these little sound checks until we get everything worked out and all the bugs worked out, and we'll do a nice little real launch, and we'll have make sure we get good content lined up and everything. But for right here, right now, hey, we're back. Get back on the air. And by the way, you folks are welcome to join us up here too. Just reach out to us, and we'll send you a link and everything. And so this show is as much for you guys as it is for us. So let's make it into something fun, interesting, and all that jazz. So with that, thank you, Mr. X, for being here, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone here in the chat. And Mr. 64, why don't you take us out?
Thanks, everybody, for helping us with the sound checks.
Why don't we try that again?
That's okay.
I jumped the gun on that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Appreciate you showing up with this little sound check. More sound checks to follow. Again, this show is just as much for you guys as it is for us. So if you got ideas, you want to come up and talk, awesome. Please do. Okay, Mr. X, take us out. Then I'll bring in Mr. 64.
Okay, before he cuts me off, thanks, everybody. We appreciate all your help. And 73.